Adverse possession and prescriptive easements. We again today are seeing disputes regarding claims of adverse possession or prescriptive easement rights. The elements of these two claims are very similar. Basically, it's a situation where you are using the property of another for a period of 10 consecutive years in an open and hostile manner. With respect to adverse possession, it is a possessory right, generally caused by the creation of a different boundary than described in the legal description. That can be because of a fence line, a rockery, a landscaped area which demarks the two properties, and encroachment of a building. The person who claims the adverse right is the person who maintains that different boundary. And again, if they do so during the 10-year period, their right vests regardless of when they bring a claim to confirm that right. Prescriptive easements are similar in that a prescriptive easement is a claimed right over and across the property of another, but it is not an ownership claim, it is a right of use claim, for example, for access. In Washington, prescriptive easements are not favored in the courts, and the courts have imposed a rebuttable presumption that the use is permissive as opposed to open, notorious, and hostile. And therefore, if you're claiming a prescriptive easement right, you have to show that it was not permissive, and you have to show it was open, notorious, and hostile. Accordingly, with prescriptive easements, there are a lot of factual issues, and it's going to be a question of what was the history and what was the agreement, what was the understanding between those adjoining properties when that right was first used. And sometimes that's very difficult to trace because that right may have started to accrue many years ago. So you have to look at historical records, you have to trace down the people, and generally it's not as easy to establish. Just because you use that property doesn't mean it wasn't permissive.